So I literally just had a whole like 10-minute video. I was talking all kinds of great, amazing things, helpful things. And then I looked in the corner and there was no red box because I forgot to hit the record button. So, welcome to my vlog. That's funny. I didn't have to tell you that, but I did because I have time to do another one. So I'm going to knock out another one. But welcome. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jermaine. I'm a mindset coach for Black creators, and it is my goal to get every Black creator to get rid of any stucknesses that is keeping them from creating, because the media that we consume directly affects who we are or how we are seen in the world. And I think the more creators are creating, the better stranglehold we'll have on that, and we can actually dictate how we are represented in media. And I think that'd be amazing. I didn't talk about this the first time, but it just popped in my head. It is kind of like, I don't understand how someone like Tyler Perry can have the influence and the reach and the capital and the resources that he has and still put out the bullshit that he puts out. I'm going to be honest, I've never seen a Tyler Perry project, and that's because every trailer I've seen was horrible. Like, it was something that I knew, like I know about. I don't want to watch slasher movies. I know I don't want to watch horror movies or murder just for the sake of murder. I mean, I'd rather not watch anything with murders, but you can't help it in a goddamn Marvel movie. Seeing his trailer just made my stomach hurt. And that new one that he just came out with, I think it's called Snatch or Snitch or Switch or Swatch. I don't know what it's called, but it looked horrible. And I've been seeing some reviews on it on TikTok, and yeah, it seems exactly what I thought it would be. Horrible. And I was so close to making myself watch that movie and critique it, but I can't bring myself to do it. Like, there's no way that I'm watching that movie. There's just no way. But back to my original point, I don't understand having that much influence and not using it to better your people, not using it to help out those who couldn't actually push this genre forward. So when I started rolling in the dough, when I'm making hand over fist, like money out of the yin yang, don't know what that means. But once I have a substantial amount of money in the bank, one of my goals is to figure out a way to encourage Black directors, Black actors, and just Black content creators in general to put their stories out they want to share with the world. Like, I think that is super important. And the things that keep creators from creating are all mental. And I'm a goddamn coach. I've studied mindsets, I've studied NLP, I've studied so many things that have to do with the brain and how content we consume interacts with our psyche, interacts with our subconscious, and how all that shows up in the real world, and how, most importantly, just got a little excited there, to get rid of it. It's all an illusion. It's all made up. It's all bullshit. And the sooner that we realize that, the easier creating content is going to be. I also have a Kryptonite channel, Kryptonite everywhere. It's an I, it's a O. I'll let you figure out where. But my Kryptonite channel on TikTok, as of recent, has been blowing up. And the only thing that I did differently to garner all of these views is I stayed consistent. I was posting at least one thing a week or one thing a day. But more importantly, I fell into something that I wouldn't say I'm passionate about, but I enjoy. And you can see that, I think, through the video. I have a shit ton of collector's editions as far as video games go. And long story short, a company is putting out a collector's edition that doesn't have the fucking game in it. And that's crazy to me. I'm not upset. I'm not pissed. It's just lame as hell. How are you going to punish your biggest fans by making them have to pay for the collector's edition and an extra game? Like, that's just crazy. But people will do it. But I still think it's crazy that they cannot, out of the kindness of their corporate heart, just put the fucking game in the box or a code for you to download or whatever. But it is what it is. So I started showing off my collector's editions that came with games that I still have, like from the PS2 all the way up to the Xbox One. I have a shit ton of collector's edition. And it's just been fun recording my reactions to it, because some of those things I haven't even opened. Like, there's a lot of boxes in those special editions that I just haven't opened. So I'm finding all kinds of cool new shit. And it's been fun. I think that enjoyment, that authentic view of myself, is what is getting people to follow, is what is getting people to like, share, comment. These last series of videos, I think there's 4 or 5 of them up right now, have been the most engagement I've gotten on TikTok in like forever. And it just not only proves my point to myself, but it also speaks to figure out what you really enjoy doing and make content around that. Don't second guess it. Don't think, oh, nobody's gonna like this or nobody's gonna be into the things that I'm into. Somebody's gonna be into I could have easily thought nobody nobody's gonna give a fuck about collector's editions. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about this company not putting a game in the collector's edition. But I didn't give a fuck. I wanted to make that video because like I felt it. I was like, oh, I can make something funny with this. And then I did it. And now I'm reaping the benefits from that. Again, creating content is all mental. Going live is all mental. Everything that we tell ourselves that could go wrong or may go wrong or things that we worry about, or I would say 95% fear-based, because I'm sure there's something out there that I haven't thought of, but I can almost guarantee you anything that you think of, I can link to some type of fear. And if you weren't fearful, if you didn't give a fuck about that, then you would be creating that content with no problems. Case in point, I used to be a perfectionist. There have been numerous videos that I've recorded, edited, got to the final. I just need to upload that shit and hit live, and the lighting was off, or I don't know how to color grade, or the audio was a little off, or I said something fucked up, but the way that I fucked it up, I can't like splice it together to make it make sense. If I cut it out the video, then it's not gonna make sense at all. And then I end up just not putting that shit out because it wasn't perfect. But the reality of that is, okay, why does it need to be perfect? Typically, people want their things to be perfect because they want to, when they show it to somebody, they know that they're going to judge it. If I want my video to be perfect, it's because when people see it, I don't want to give them a chance to judge me, to pass judgment on what I did or what I said. So if it's perfect, they can't fucking do anything about it. That's where that mentality comes from. On the flip side, if you don't give a fuck about what people who don't enjoy the content that you're making, if you don't give a fuck about those people, then it doesn't have to be perfect. Because I promise you, the content that I make, yes, sometimes I want to mess up. Sometimes it's going to be an eyelash in my glasses. Sometimes maybe I didn't clean the screen as much as I thought I did, and there's a smudge on the lens or some bullshit like that. There's going to be something that's going to come up, but is that going to stop me from making content? No. Is not knowing exactly everything about a particular subject going to stop me from making content? No, because at the very least, there's going to be somebody who sees that video, understand that I don't know everything, and they're going to be helpful, reach out to me and be like, hey, this is what that means, or this blah, 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 or whatever. So yeah, I stopped caring about the look so much about all of my content, and I got down to what do I want to say, who am I trying to reach, setting attention, and then just go, hit record and go. Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of people doing things that when I was a judgy person, I was like, oh, that's cringy. I can't believe they're doing that. And they're living their best life. They are reaping the benefits of them being able to be themselves. Once I realized that there's so many people in this world who are so afraid to be themselves that they are looking around and making sure that they match up with everybody around them because they don't want to be on the outside, because that's another fear-based thing. I was like, oh, y'all people are just afraid to be yourselves. And I love being myself. So fuck it, let's do it. And ever since I made that decision, things have just been looking up. So I encourage you, if you thought about making content, if the thought about making a video and having other people watch that video, or going live and having people come into your live and actually interact with you and talk, if you ever had that thought, then it is your duty to chase that feeling. If you felt it, that means there's something in you that wants to do it, and that means that it's for you. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's simple as that. Don't think about how hard it's going to be. Don't think about how you're going to get to the end result. Start slow. What do you want to do? I want to live stream. You want to live stream a game? Okay, cool. Pick the game, pick what time you're going to stream, make sure that all your hardware shit is in order, and then go live for that first time and just see what it feels like. I guarantee you, after the first 2 or 3 lives, you're going to feel what you want to change already. You're like, you know what? This would be better if I did this. Or while I'm doing this in game, I could be talking about this. Those things are going to pop up as you're doing them. Don't wait until you have a blueprint about how to become a good streamer. I promise you, it's going to make you feel safe. It's going to make you feel comfortable, but being comfortable is how change never happens. If you're comfortable, the likelihood of you changing and going outside of yourself and being uncomfortable and being in the unknown is higher percentage of you not doing it because you feel comfortable. So many people stay in shitty jobs, shitty relationships, shitty friendships because they are comfortable. Hey, if you want to do that, you could. But just because you don't know what's going to happen on the other side doesn't mean it's all going to be bad. I live my life like this. The future is not written. We don't know shit about the future. Nobody can predict the future. So rather than think about all the scary shit that could happen or worry about all the shit that could go wrong, I focus on what I want to happen. Now, people think that that makes me unprepared for things that might go awry in the future. And I would say, first of all, nothing goes awry for me in the future. So fuck you. But two, if something does come up that's a bump in the road, then I deal with it at that specific moment. I'm not gonna waste my time now in the present worrying about some shit that has not happened, because that affects the people around me, that affects me, that affects my content, that affects the people that I help, that affects the people that I coach. If I'm looking at future events and worrying about them now, nobody's getting any help from that, period. It's basically like I'm watching a movie and being scared that somebody's about to get murdered in the woods. Like, it's not real. Fucking stop that shit. Rather, when I think about something that's gonna happen in the future, like, unfortunately, I missed the deadline to submit a panel to TwitchCon this year. But when I was thinking about that panel, I was imagining all of the dope shit that was gonna happen. Like, the room's gonna be full, all my points were gonna be on point, and everybody in that room was going to understand and get what I was saying. And there would be questions, and then we were gonna have a meet and greet afterwards, and there would be pictures. It was gonna be fucking awesome. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait until next year to do that. But again, when I think of future events, I'm only thinking about dope shit that I want to happen. Thinking about anything that's negative is counterintuitive. It's not going to help me now, so why fucking do it? So if there's anything that you get from me, understand that past, present, and future, understand that relationship, and understand that the only time that is real is what you have right now, in the present, in the quote unquote now. If you can wrap your head around that and understand that worrying about things in the future is not a smart thing to do, and also worrying about things that happened in the past is also not a smart thing to do, then you'll be on a better road to anything that you're trying to achieve. Now, if you want help with that, definitely reach out to me. That's what I do. I help people understand that. We speak to your subconscious, make sure that your subconscious doesn't think that showing up and doing something that is new is a scary task. No, that's how we grow. That's how we get to where we want. So if you want to set up a session, go ahead and hit me up. I will be glad to send the information your way, and then we can get you back to creating content authentically. With that being said, I am done. This was fun. This one recorded. I saw it. And let me know if there's any topics that you want to talk about. If there's anything that you had on your mind that you just haven't reached out to anybody else to talk about, leave me a comment below and I'll tackle it. As always, protect your mental, keep creating content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.